Sup legends, I was going to live stream this video tonight, but my computer blue screened about 5 minutes before I went live, so I've just recorded it, edited it. I hope it's good. I hope you can see my thought process as to how I plan my week ahead. I'm using a lot of the higher time frames and then dropping down to really low time frames. Whether it plays out or not, it doesn't matter because the price progresses throughout the week. Anyway, enjoy it, let me know your thoughts, put comments in the box and reach out on Instagram. Cheers! What's up guys, I hope that you're good. I was going to do this video as a live stream for the first time ever, but my computer decided to blue screen and I'm not too happy with that, so just in case I was on a live stream and then it blue screened, I would just be gone and you'd be thinking what's going on. So, sorry, recorded video, gonna publish it Monday morning, ready for your week ahead. What we're going to do is going to go through, mark out my charts for the week ahead, what I'm expecting may happen with Euro USD. This is the only currency pair this week that I'm actually interested in, so I might as well just show you what it is that I'm looking for. Alright, so the market opens in about, we can see down here, in about 55 minutes, and because of everything which has happened, the political stance with, Europe and Russia and stuff like that, I'm expecting that we could see a jump. Okay, I don't know what direction. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the news. I don't really care too much for TV, but I don't know what's happened over the weekend in regards to the news. So political stuff can cause a massive jump in the markets. Now, if we look back to over here, back on the 25th of February, there was a big drop. There was a giant gap overnight. And what day was it? I can't remember what day the war was announced. It might have been around here, but I was literally trading at night at about 2 in the morning when something was announced. And we must have dropped 20 pips in about a second. Okay, so I knew that was war related. Still not watching the news, jumped on Twitter to try and see what was going on. And straight away, there was my answer. All right, there was an invasion of Russia to Ukraine. So I'm very conscious that, there could be something which has happened over the weekend and we're expecting a jump. So no live trades over the weekend. I closed all my positions out. I was expecting, with a trade from up here, I believe, I was expecting us to break the low, but I closed my trade at 9 PM. Just wanted to get out. But what I'm going to do is, there's some old YouTube stuff. Let's get rid of that. I want to see what is going on below here, because I'm just expecting the euro to absolutely fall out. Okay, this is the euro over the last year. Let's go up to the daily time frame. Since here, which was January 2021, we've just been dropping. All right, and I don't see the euro recovering either. Just don't see it getting any better. So I'm just going to draw out the key sort of areas. I'm just going to draw the lows of places where I think that we could be targeting if price does continue to drop, and that is really not far. Is there anything else more specific? Just looking on the daily, there is an order block down there. It's been mitigated. I'm looking for mitigations. Basically, I'm going to have to go back even further than this. And under here, reason why I'm not too confident on anything is there's just a ton of liquidity. So, basically price could come down, just crash through all of these to possibly this order block right there. Blue is my downward candles at the moment. Yeah, we've just had like a bit of a mitigation, then a tiny one. So nothing really too heavy. I'm going to drop onto the bar replay mode to see what had happened around here and drop to the lower time frames if I can. So this was January 2017, so going back 5 years ago. A strong push up, push down. Right, okay. So this is my refined 4-hour order block, which hasn't been mitigated. This is probably going to be a decent target. I'm just going to play it forward and see what happens. I'm going to go up a time frame for this. Was this the push to break new highs? I think it was actually. Yeah. Okay, so we got a break of here. Rejection. Oh yeah, of course, we've got the liquidity line. Oh, and then a big jump. Okay, cool. Right, I'm more interested in this, potentially. This might be, I don't know, this might be 1,000 pips. This might look really stupid now. But yeah, I just do this every weekend. Right, okay. And that's a daily. Sorry, I thought, I didn't know what was going on then. So, let's put into here the text, just so I know what it is, D1. And then this one, you know what, I'm going to have to do that again, which is a bit frustrating. So I'm just trying to refine these order blocks down to preferably the 4 hour, because once I get a 4 hour order block, I can be a little bit happier when price gets to about halfway down. I'll be more inclined to drop down to the 15-minute and probably just set an order on the equilibrium. You know, it might not be an incredible stop loss, but at least I can get in on just one trade if we're showing signs of reversal. Now with this, oh yeah, let's mark out that this is the H4. Just so when price gets back down there, I know I'm entering a daily area. So let's just, on here as well, set an alert. Daily. So I know once price gets down there, that we're just about to enter the daily area. So we're, you know, daily's huge. This looks like a long way to drop. Yeah, 300 or so pips, and then to the 4 hour, 350. You know what, it can happen. You know, never say never, especially with the geopolitical events going on and economic crisis that's going to cause. So, all right, there's that, and then there was this one, which was more potentially reliable. Right here. Do we have anything? Yes, this one. All right, I truly believe that price is going to react off of this. Perfect order block. Let me just describe this. All right, so price is falling, falling, falling. Has a pin bar rejection off of something, probably, yeah, reaction off of this, which started the move up. Yeah, perfect looking. Had a tiny bit of mitigation, hardly anything. So this is my H4 order block, which I'm going to be paying close attention to sooner rather than later. Where is price? There it is. Oh yeah, I forgot we did actually have the rejection off that already. So H4. So quite often, if price is going to reverse and bounce back, so worked our way down, tapped it, had a wick rejection, worked our way back up a little bit, another rejection off of there, price came up, swept liquidity from up here, almost tapped that imbalance, is working its way down quite aggressively. To be honest, price would need to go down, grab liquidity from under these before showing some sort of, you know, failed maneuver. And once it comes back down to retest this failed maneuver, I'd be looking to get long, preferably even just to up here, up to this inside bar order block, just on the 4 hour. Doesn't look like too many pips available, so you might be trying to get like a 1 pip entry. That's 125, I'm not going to cry about that. So that's the sort of pattern which I'm expecting, or, you know, it's a possibility anyway. But it looks unlikely. I do believe that price is just going to continue falling, depending on what happens, you know, when the market opens in about, I don't know, 45 minutes now. So if you see this video, there's going to be jumps on that. There's always jumps on like my backtesting videos as well, because I'm always editing and chopping and changing where I make too many like ums and ahs and stuff like that. I get annoyed with hearing my own voice and see little throat noises and coughs and stuff, so apologies for that. Actually, I do normally have it over there, it's just easier for me to reach my stuff. So right, okay, key areas of interest. Don't really care about that inside bar. Yeah, it's a decent, you know, decent size, but it's not showing me too much. We've had mitigation of this one, which was perfect mitigation. It came in just above the 50%. You know, perfect entry, pending order right there. Yeah, right there actually. That was it, the 1 hour, bang on. I'm literally just marking out the key areas which I think there might be a reaction to. There's a nice little inside bar. I'm actually going to do it from the bottom leg. And what I mean by that, just so you guys know, is price is working its way down. The push up, that's the top. That's the bottom. It's not the inside bar, it's actually the top of that to the bottom of there. Alright, that's where the rejection came in, where price started pushing its way back up and then got slammed back down. So that's the area which I'm quite keen on. Working my way back up here, price had clearly just started to drop. This is only on the 1 hour chart, which I don't use very often. Inside bar, there's going to be, actually this was just a really aggressive wick. I don't think there's going to be too much of interest. But this, what's forming, is an ascending channel, and we're getting downward pressure as well. So the way which I'm interpreting this, okay, so there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me, but I don't really care because I do quite well. Price had created some sort of channel here, got slammed down, okay. Price came back up to retest this area, got absolutely slammed back down. You know, a couple of hour-long periods, price came down, tapped this sort of 4 hour area, I think it was a 4 hour, and it's slowly working its way back up again. So every time that it's recovering, it's getting pressed. Okay, there's a lot of supply coming into the market, and I think that this is potentially retail traders trying to buy the dip, and I'm never convinced when it's retail moves because there's strong enough pushes pushing it back down. It might just be people exiting their positions. Some banks as well, you know, they go against themselves sometimes and against each other. They don't all work together, by the way, just so you know. So yeah, what we saw here was a bit of a ascending channel. What normally happens is a drop, not always, but normally. And then we had it again. Bit of a push up and then a slam back down, and I'm expecting the same sort of thing to happen here. But the reactions here have been to order blocks. I would assume this reached an order block up here. So we're going to drop down to a lower time frame to find out what it reacted to. I was watching this, no, I wasn't watching this live. It was a bit early for me. This one I was watching, and oh, long story. 15 minute, let's see what we got. Honestly, I was so annoyed about this. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking about another one. I was in on this. I cancelled, closed my order, closed at about 9 o'clock. Yeah, where price had recovered. I was expecting it to crash all the way through, but I just held on to it anyway. You know, the Friday sell-off and all that, which kind of started at London. Right, okay, so that reacted perfectly up there. These had reacted to that last push up there, which was a failed reaction to this. Was a reaction to the order block right there. I'll have to drop down to the 15 minute to try and find something more exciting. Within here, actually, can I refine anything? Press down through here. Nice bit of a gap. So there's a gap between these. Normally, when you get an imbalance, the order block stuck behind, there's a little bit of, I really hate this word, inducement. I really hate that word because it doesn't mean what people describe it as. But basically it makes the order block above it a lot more tasty to get involved in. Basically it's clearing the way. If price presses through the imbalance, it clears the way, get reaction off of that order block, potentially the one above it, but that's the one which I'd be keen on. This one all the way up here, by the way, all it did was it closed the imbalance between here, and then it got mitigated by the very next candle, so I'm not interested in that. This one actually mitigated that red one there, and nothing's mitigated this, so this is the 5 minute. So M5 order block unmitigated. I'd almost be tempted to just set a pending order on that. Working our way back up, is there anything which is interesting enough? No, there's no imbalance. Just looking for a bit of imbalance. I can't spot any. You guys may have seen some and I'm just glazing right over it. There's obviously some imbalance here between there and there, which means there might be a bit of an order block on maybe even the 3 minute. Bear in mind, none of this might play out. It might literally just tank straight through, or it would shoot straight up through it. But these are the things which I'm looking for, you know, these are the areas which I'm looking for on the chart. And it seems to play out really quite well for me. But I am expecting price to come up, tap something. Break. Yeah. gonna have to drop to the 1 minute. I don't normally do this while doing my weekly markups, but let's do it. Well, just can't ignore that. What's that, 10 pips? 7. Need to get my colour scheme back. What's going on? And if it does, yep, nah, I don't think price is going to come all the way up to that. It might do, it might surprise me. Boom, got on. Why do I like this? There's a bit of a gap there. Price is really near to it. It might just be a very gentle reaction, if it comes to it. Not too fussed on this one or that one, or anything else actually. Now, if we do work our way down to here, it's going to be quite difficult because I don't think I can go that far back on TradingView. I don't think it will allow me on the 15 minute. Might be delightfully surprised, but I doubt it. So let's drop to the bar replay, see what we can get. So we know it's a 4 hour. Can we get anything on the 1 hour? No, apart from it actually extends it, makes it up to here. 30 minute. We can narrow it now to there. That was the last. No, it wasn't, sorry. Right, 15 minute. Oh, I won't go back to the 15. Right, okay, well, at least we've been able to refine it a tiny bit. I am expecting... Alright, this is starting to look really messy. Let's go up a time frame. Just expand everything out. I'm going to set an alert here. Certainly going to be setting an alert here. I'm actually going to drop that alert a little bit. And why am I setting these alerts? Well, I don't want to be sat at the charts all day, basically. And I'm also going to set an alert on this indicator. Alright, so a break of the low. And then I can reassess, because what could happen, you know, very easily, is that price could come up, do its thing, whatever it's going to do, come down, tap that and just shoot off into the distance. Alright, it can do whatever it wants to do, but I want to be alerted when price reaches down here, so I can jump on my phone, I can try to monitor it on the 1 minute if I can and get like a real smooth entry. But I'm really not interested in taking longs with EU at the moment. I just feel it's just way too dangerous. Yeah, we've had a few opportunities where prices absolutely boomed, and you know, I think that's the one which was that the one that I missed? That was the one which I missed. Just did a video on that, released it this morning. I missed that move really annoyingly. It turned exactly where I said it would, and then plummeted, and was, funny enough, an edit on a previous video. So I actually recorded 2 of those videos and published the second one. The first video, I was drawing out on my charts, said, right, it's going to go up to, there was a line here, and I said it's either going to be this one or the second one. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the second one. Because of the channel for me, bam, it's going to smash straight through these lows. And it did exactly that, and it reversed on exactly the point which I pointed out, which wasn't in the video which I showed you guys. But that drop, nobody would have believed me, but that drop was a good old sort of, you know, 200-ish pips within a couple of hours. So anyway, it happens. But what could happen as well? Okay, I just want to make this really clear to you, that you can never expect what's going to happen. Okay, I know in my last video I said, did I predict the market again? Like, really, you shouldn't be predicting, you should be reacting, but you do need to predict where price is likely going to struggle at, and it's those struggles where you're looking for particular patterns, reversal patterns effectively, for the market to basically come in, do its, you know, do its thing, and then start reversing from. Alright, so that's essentially what I'm doing. And what could happen as well is that price could come up and work its way down again and create a new order block, and then potentially, I don't know, let's say it breaks through, and then what you're going to be doing later on in the day is looking at what price has done since all this. Like, it might not react to any of this, okay, but you're looking at what price has done since the open, and it might react to another order block which has happened, which is, you know, what I'd be looking to get involved in to take it even lower. All right, and because we're going south, I'm quite happy to, you know, for example, set an order a little bit like that and go beyond the lows. All right, I'm quite happy to hold my trades beyond the lows. Normally I would just target the low and say like, yep, okay, cool. I'd be happy to target beyond the lows. I'd actually target probably down here for any trades that I do. And if I could get involved on like the 5 minute or the 1 minute or whatever currency pair I see, whatever time frame I see the pattern happening, I'm happy to hold it. So I try to get a small enough stop, you know, I try to get 3 or below. And if I got an entry like this around here, I would hold it, you know, especially if it was a Monday trade. So yeah, it's, you know, hopefully this hasn't complicated things too much, but I just wanted to show you what I'm looking for in the markets this week. I'm going to clear these channels off of my charts because they're a bit messy. And I don't need to be reminded by drawings on there. I just want to see key areas. Alright, so the purple ones are essentially imbalances. There's an imbalance there. This should be blue. I'll just call it supply. It's 15-minute supply. Alright, I think it was actually a 5 minute, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, when price comes up to it, I'm looking to react. You know, if price comes up to it, I really don't see it being positive news for the euro this week. Might be, I know, might be completely wrong. They could come up with some sort of trade deal, they could cancel the war, all sorts. But this sort of push up, this had to be banks, all right? This had to be major moves, pushing everything up to grab liquidity out of this high over here. And all it did was it just played with this imbalance. You know, there was hardly, and I don't think it even reached the imbalance, to be honest with you. So yeah, grab liquidity, people tried to go long, and then it just gradually crumbled. All right, my bias is south. But having said all that, what I haven't done, what I haven't explained to you guys, is the 4-hour bias, literally following what I always do. All right, so what have we had? We had a press down, we had a break below here. All right, so let's do this like I do my back testing videos. All right, so we had a break below here. Yes, it was a wick, but then it followed with a body. The bodies didn't break below the wick, but that is now the new low. All right, it's convincing enough for me. When we work our way back up, the highest swing point was actually here, which got broken. That got broken. And then the swing point beyond that was here, and then there was one here. And then the major one was actually all the way up here, which I've got another alert set on. So if price crosses up there, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be another, you know, sell-off. But essentially, price came up and it wicked it. You know, it just absolutely tapped it with the 15-minute, and it created that sort of, you know, just looking on the 15-minute, a 10 pip wick. So that's not really a convincing break for me. You know, if there's to be a convincing break, it would be, you know, a body break with the 15-minute, preferably. You know, a body break with the 4-hour would be even better because it's the 4-hour which I'm marking up my structure with. Okay, so following structure, we have broken the low with a wick. Then price worked its way down with a descending channel, and naturally speaking, price just started pushing back up after that, after a breakout of here. Had a failed break of this high, like it did break, but you know, it was like a unconvincing break. Price has pressed down. The only concern I've got now is that we haven't pushed and broken this low. So if that is the case, you know, price could be basically working its way down because it hasn't broken the low. If it starts to show some sort of reversal pattern around here, you know, something, I don't know, something along those lines, I would start assuming that this is actually a weak high because it failed to break the low. But, you know, we haven't seen enough price action to determine that just yet. So I am expecting at the moment that this was actually quite a strong high and we're expecting to break the low. You know, we haven't broken it yet. We haven't shown enough recovery. When I see inside bars on the way down, I did a video on this, but, you know, price pressed down really heavy right here. And then we had an inside bar. We actually had a push up as well beyond that. and then we had another strong push down, and then an inside bar push up. That's showing a completely different realm of order flow into the market. Okay, so sorry, I'm just going to show you a little bit. All right, so strong push up, almost equally a strong push down. All right, so pressing down, pressing down, pressing down. These were all retail traders basically trying to go long, or people who were selling from up here, releasing their positions, enabling the market to gather enough steam to press it right back down again. All right, so it went from there to there. We had a bit of a sell-off, so a reversal. Come in here, press down again, another pullback right there, press back down. And then we had loads and loads of what I think are retail traders getting involved in the market, trying to push price up. People who are shorting all the way down there are releasing their positions to the retail traders. Some of the banks are pushing in as well, trying to push the price up a tiny bit before again slamming the price back down. And when you get something quite aggressive like this, a little bit like a U shape or a V shape or something like that, chances are you're going to come back to an order block area, something around here, before slamming back down again. So what do we have? We have a big push from all the way up here, all the way down to here. We've got, I think, retail traders trying to push the market up again. We're going to get to an order block. Ooh, you know what? I didn't see that. Sorry. We're on the 15. We've got this as a potential. Oh my god, what is wrong with my colours? It's not 15-minute demand either. 15-minute supply. I hate that colour. I've tried to make all my colours just exactly the same, because it doesn't matter if it's supply or demand, just as long as it's a key area. So, you know, we've had, yeah, price pressing down, retailers pushing price back up. Because this is a ascending channel, there's liquidity being formed underneath. It needs to come to an area where there's potential supply coming back into the market. Struggle to break above this. So work your way up like that and then slam right down. All right, so that's a potential move in the market. All right, but again, you know what? We are 25 minutes to the open. Actually, I don't think I'm going to wait until the open. I'm just going to get editing because I'm up early in the morning. But these are key areas which I'm looking at. Just to wrap things up, these are key areas for tomorrow. I'm not going to be trading before 7 o'clock in the morning. I am choosing at the moment not to trade the London Open on a Monday morning, just because it can be a little bit hectic. If I see something which is really standoutish, like if price starts showing a reversal pattern around here, yeah, I'll get involved. Or if it's starting to reverse, preferably on this one, I will look to get involved, but chances are I won't. Anyway, I hope this has been a little bit helpful. This is just how I'm marking up my charts. I'm going to do this really regularly with the Discord group, because they're going to want a little bit of guidance, and we're all going to be trading pretty much the same. But I alter my charts really similar to this throughout the week. You know, I try to do it nightly, you know, daily while I'm watching the chart when something comes up and a nice order block is formed. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. Have a good trading week. If you want to reach out to me, bear in mind on Instagram, I am at @RealPaulMcGee. You know, there's no underscores, there's no dots. There's a lot of scammers out there at the moment who are impersonating me, so just make sure you get the right one. There'll probably be a story on my one. I don't approach you about crypto and silly stuff like that. So, but yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.